And here we go. And perfect. Hello? Can you see me? Can you hear me? How's it going? Let's get this shared to a couple places. Happy Friday, Tanner. How is it going? Hey, what's up, Trevor? I just posted a little snippet of you in Slack. I was watching DGN coverage not an hour, maybe an hour ago. And all of a sudden there was Trevor Harbolt throwing what look, am I right? Was that a Hellfire you threw on hole 18? That's what it looked like from the flight and the shape of it. I saw that, thank you. And it was a Hellfire. Okay, good. Hey, Jedi, what's up? Hey, Jedi, I'm going to post the link to your video. Hang on, give me a second. There it is, front and center. Hey, guys, I'm posting this on YouTube right now. Hey, Tex, what's up? Jedi just did a really great review of the Rift. Thought it was fantastic production quality, and you threw it a lot, which is something that for some reason you don't always see on disc review videos. Sometimes you see people throw them like 2 or 3 times. But you just chuck that thing over and over and over, so you really get a good sense, I feel like, of what the flight does. And so yeah, good video. Go sub to his channel. Is anyone on Facebook? Let me mark that as an announcement. Oh, I can't do that unless I'm DGA. Jeez, come on, that's fine. Picky. Hey, Samuel. Scott, any day now, actually. That's coming up. Hey, Caesar, have a good lunch, man. What's for lunch? What are you doing? He may already be gone. He may already be eating. That's coming up. Whoa, hey, whoa, whoa. Okay, that should work. Sometimes I wonder if I even should stream to Facebook. It definitely there's nothing to see yet, Bobby. That's coming. Don't worry about it though. I feel like it's really hit or miss. Sometimes it's about equal, and then sometimes there's nothing. But I will say it's never like way more on Facebook than on YouTube. It definitely seems like our main streaming crowd is hanging out on YouTube. Oh, look, I moved. You can see what's behind me now. No, we're not giving that away. We are giving that away, which is only slightly less valuable. Happy Friday. Yes, who's watching the DGN coverage right now? I've got, well, I turned it off for the stream. Don't need any, don't need to tax the bandwidth any more than I have to, I guess, but I had it on all day on a separate screen. Hellfire steady. Oh, nice. On 18. So you threw that Hellfire again across the water. Man, it looked like there was a lot of wind. That would be pretty rough. Who's getting ready? Is anybody playing an event this weekend? I've got a different thought, Scott. I've got a plan. It's going to happen. Hey, on that note, though, if any of you, I think most of the people who pledged last week for our fundraiser for the Chuck Burkett Memorial have already donated, but there are still a couple outliers. So if you pledged last week and didn't end up donating, please get that finished. We definitely want to send all of that money. Like I said, most of it's in, but there's a little bit that's not. Tanner says, I wish, but can't even find an event to sign up for. Definitely windy up the road in Waco. Are you fly fishing this week, Tex? Are you out there right now? You're fly fishing with one hand and on your phone with another. Trevor says, I'm playing. I suppose you are. Bobby, can't watch it right now. I'm already sneaking off to the bathroom to watch this. Gusts of 25. Yep, there you go. That Midwest wind. Well, today we're going to give away a disc. Well, actually, how do I want to do that? That's funny. The second I say that, I might change my mind. For this beautiful special blend Quake. And what I'm changing my mind on is I think I might not announce the winner today. That might happen beginning of next week, but we're going to open up the contest for it today. Tex says, might go to Colorado Bend this Sunday. The white bass are running. Wow. That sounds like something Darwin would be excited to turn up for. So this Quake is the same as our Granite Quake now, but it was the first time we launched it. This is the 2020 Ledgestone edition, so this is how we announced and dropped the Granite Quake. And you can see it says Special Blend Quake and then 2020 Ledgestone edition in small text right under the title there in the middle. And it even says SB in the plastic box instead of Granite. Tyler, next time you roll through, we need to hit Matt Eats. Matt Eats? So, oh yeah, right, the giveaway. Well, what I want to do, I want to talk to you guys about putting this afternoon because I'm doing a thing. So along those lines, I have created, oh no, where did it go? Tyler, you fool. Hang on. I gotta go find it again. Gosh. DGA SB Quake giveaway. Share. Does this link work? I'm going to test it on you guys before I go live. Right? That's the way you do it. Put that on Facebook too, even though it does not seem like there's anybody over there. Hey, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. I got to tell you, there's an event here. There's another C tier that starts tomorrow. It's a 2-rounder tomorrow, and it's not completely full yet. So I was looking at that this afternoon, like, I really want to do that. Like, I think one of the reasons I've never done a lot of tournaments is just that I never did a lot of tournaments. I'm guessing once you start doing them, it gets more addictive. Go fill out this form. Oh, thank you, Billy. Fill out this form for a chance to win an a 2020 Ledgestone Quake! Exclamation mark. We are excited. This is really just for the people on Facebook who are going to watch this later at this point. Here, you guys can have the same text. So, putting, okay? Which obviously has nothing really to do with the Quake unless you putt with mids, which you really shouldn't. You should use the Matt Bell Pro Series Steady. But this is one that I had here. And I have a few granite Quakes and then this one. And I'm like, for my bag, they fly the exact same. So I'll keep the granite Quakes and we'll use this more limited edition one for a giveaway. So you're welcome. You know what? And stop complaining. Jeez, you guys. But this is kind of bait in a way because I do want to get some feedback on this form about your current putting routines and the equipment that you're using. So I can't share all the details yet because all the details aren't established. They're not all finalized. But I'm working on a putting boot camp that would involve the Mach Shift training basket. Probably. I mean, I think there's going to be an opportunity for people who don't have a Mach Shift to still participate, but it's going to be centrally designed around Mach Shift owners getting the maximum amount of benefit from the boot camp. Quake headwind putts. There you go. I would use the breaker for that, but I mean like in a pinch if you had to. Oh, there you go, Jedi. Jedi should win it and then do a SB Quake review. Well, I hope you do. I'm thinking of sending you a... Bear with me. Where is it? No. Oh, well. Here's one of them, but it's not. It's our Halloween stamp torrent. I'm not sending you this one, but this is the torrent I was messaging you about earlier. Very, very fast. Fast disc, but not like insanely overstable. In fact, there's a lot of people who wouldn't consider this overstable at all. And you hear people talk about speeds like they relate to stability, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I do not represent the views and opinions of DGA or any of its affiliates, yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. But Tyler thinks this conversation about speed relating to stability is kind of old school and needs to be reformed a little bit. Because it used to be like, oh, you hear people say, oh, I can't throw anything over a 9 speed. Like, oh, I don't have the arm for anything more than a 10, 11. So they just, that's their number. But we have incredibly high speed discs out now that are flippy. That I mean, a beginner could walk up and throw. And this is a 14 speed. And I think the second that people hear 14 speed, they're like, well, yeah, okay, well, I'm not Eagle McMahon, so I don't need to have a 14 speed in my bag. I'm telling you, this is like a slightly beaten Hurricane in terms of stability, but it's way faster than a Hurricane. So it's got a pretty wide rim. So people with small hands, beware. That's one thing I've heard about it. It's got a really wide rim, and people with tiny hands or younger people, they're not able to throw it. They're like, I think it feels amazing for flicks because of the rim. And because of the rim, you get these massive skips. It's really, really fun. But anyway, one of my favorite drivers, and I think one of our most underrated drivers. Oh, there you go, KG. I thought about that actually after you mentioned that. Jedi, let me know if you're okay. I might slip KG your address. Okay, sorry. I've been talking and I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Why does a TIG welder come to mind? I don't have a Mach Shift, but I can cut and weld my other basket. Yeah, Tempest. Right, exactly. Tempest is another great example, which is oh gosh. Oh man, I'm fired. Is the Tempest a 12 or a 13 speed? I want to say 12. Torrent replaced the Nuke for me when I shifted over from Discraft. Yeah, for sure. I could see the Torrent and Nuke flight. Yep, I could see those being pretty similar. You know, the most similar that I've ever experienced is our Ice Hurricane. Our Ice Hurricane, I felt, reminded me 1-to-1 of some nukes that I used to throw. I can't remember what it was about the Ice Hurricane. I think they were a little more domey, and they had a little more glide than a standard SP. Okay, Tempest is speed 13. All right, good. Whew. Close one. I mean, I doubted, so I'm already like on the chopping block, but at least I did land on the right number. Oh, and then the other one, Jedi, was the pipeline. Come on. Why am I having such a hard time finding discs in my own bag right now? Oh my gosh, there's not a pipeline in my bag right now. What the heck? What am I doing with my life? Guys, I am ashamed of myself. There's usually like 4 or 5 in there. Has the bonsai been that sneaky? The bonsai's been throwing pipelines out, apparently. That's a bonsai. That's crazy. That's a bonsai. That's an undertow. Wow. Oh, there we go. Whew. Close one. All right, I've got the second run SP bonds, or pipeline. The pipeline is the gateway, no pun intended, gateway drug. Oh, wow, I've been on the wrong screen this whole time. I'll bet a lot of these discs I've held up haven't made much sense. There it is. Could talk for an hour about the pipeline, but I won't. But if there's one disc that somebody's like, I want to try out DGA, find out what this whole DGA thing is about, hand them a pipeline. They will be knocking on your door the next morning at 9:15 saying, hey, do you have any more of those DGA discs? And then they will never leave you alone. You will have to call the police to get a cease and desist, get a restraining order on this person, because they will be bugging you for more DGA discs. So if that sounds appealing to you, give somebody a DGA pipeline. Hey, Joe on Facebook. Thank you. Thanks for commenting. I was just over here a minute ago saying, man, I think maybe we should just stream on YouTube from now on. It doesn't seem like a lot of people jump in on the Facebook side. Okay, so I put a link in the chat on Facebook and YouTube for y'all to fill out a short form, and then I'm going to pick somebody probably who uses the best adjectives. I'm going to pick the person who has the least amount of typos. No, I'm going to pick somebody probably at random from the entrance to win this beautiful 2020 Ledgestone Quake. And the questions on there are, do you own a mock shift training basket? Would you like to hear about the free putting boot camp that we're putting together? And then the biggest thing, the long form answer is, would you please describe your current putting routine? So I want to know what you're putting with. If it's not DGA, you should be ashamed of yourselves, but please still list it. What you're putting on, same as before. And then some details about what you normally do. Is it time-based? You're like, I'm going to go putt for 30 minutes, and you just are out there and you just putt and you just throw putts and walk around. Do you use an app like Perfect Putt 360? Do you have a game that you play? Do you have your own routine? Like, I'm going to putt 10 putts from this distance, then 10 putts from that distance. You know, what do you do? Or if, you know, fill in the blank there. If it's like, I don't. Like, I play 3 or 4 times a week and I just never practice in my backyard. Don't practice putt at all. Either way, just let me know in as much detail as you can. That's right. I don't speak for DGA. Yeah, you're good. Oh, look, there you go. Pipeline is what got me hooked, says Tyler. Hey, what's up, Ian? Oh, no, Joe, no. No, don't. He says switched. That's hilarious. Joe's like, oh, wait, nobody's over here? Well, why would I want to be over here then? That's awesome. Okay, hey, while I have you guys, I want to tell you about some new DGA originals we dropped this morning. Just in case you missed it, you probably saw them. But in case you missed it, we dropped 5 new discs with a Lucky Clover stamp. So let me pop one of these on here. How about, bam! How about that one? That is a Proline Swirl Rift with the Lucky Clover stamp. You can see the little DGA basket in the leaves of it. How clever is that? And no, I didn't design this one. I would speak just as complimentary to myself if I had, but no, this was done by our in-house mastermind, Josh. We've got a Proline Swirl Aftershock. This is a special disc because some of you might be familiar with the Shasta Shock from a couple years back. You can see that beautiful little fade and swirl in the disc. So that's the same. That's from the same run as the Shasta Shocks. Just take my entire stimulus check, why don't you? Oh yeah, good call, KG, because we announced this morning, and these are going pretty quickly. So I'll drop a link. Actually, KG, would you drop the link to the originals page in the chat? I'm going to keep moving through these. This is a glow pipeline. Great disc, but also glow, so that's awesome, and it's got this sweet stamp. These all have this stamp, by the way. Here's a pretty limited one. A glow. Oh, hang on, I'm not going to say it. Somebody take a wait. If you've already seen the announcement this morning, don't cheat. But if you haven't seen the announcement, what do you think this is? I already said glow, so you know it's glow, so you should get the plastic correct. What mold is this one? Oh, wait. Bobby, I've been waiting for these glow pipelines for sure. They looked fire. Thanks, Ian. There's the link. Okay, so go there. This is a pre-order. So the pre-order started this morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, and it's going to go through this coming Thursday, the 18th. And then these will all be shipping after that. So go get your pre-orders in. It sounds like these have been going pretty fast since this morning. So if there's any of these that catch your eye, okay, we'll come back to this one because I want to see if a couple of you answer. We've got an SP Quake, which this is from the new run of SP Quakes. And like a couple of you have probably already heard, these are just a touch more domey. So they still have that Quake-like stability and reliability. But they also have an extra 40, 50 feet of glide from what I've heard from Barrett. Trevor Harbolt's been throwing his a lot. So what's not to like about that? A disc you can trust like a SP Quake, but has a touch more glide to it. How about that? Oh, and you saw that one, the Rift. Okay, Rift, Aftershock, Pipeline, And nobody's guessed it, but this is a Glow Steady. So this is a decently rare disc. This is what we used for the Midnight Flyer run. So if any of you have a Midnight Flyer number 5, number 5, Midnight Flyer number 5. That's the Glow Steady. And these things are beefy. Until I started throwing the breakers off the tee more, this was my go-to driving putter. And you can like lay into these, and they're not gonna flip over. And actually still, I was throwing these about 80-90%, not any turn, going dead straight for a couple hundred feet and then fading out at the end. So pretty awesome to have a disc like that. I know a lot of people enjoy putting with these. I personally used it for a driver because it was so overstable compared to the D-line steadies. And cool to have a steady in premium plastic. So that could be yours. Go get your pre-order in at DGA Originals, discgolf.com/ hang on. I'm going to put this on Facebook for you, Ian. This is just, whoa. I tried to copy that. Number 4. Dang it. Was the 5 the tsunami? Dang it. Thanks, guys. Sorry. Stupid. This is bad, but I'm going to try and do it. Number 1. No, I can't. Number 3. No, I can't. Number 1 was the squall. I can't. I shouldn't do this. This is a bad idea. Number 1 was the squall. Number 2 was the hurricane. Number 3 was the breaker. Number 4 was the steady. Number 5 was this. Oh, dang it. I switched 2 of them. Number 5 was the tsunami. Number 1 was the squall. Number 2 was the breaker. Okay, I switched breaker and hurricane. Wow, that's actually a little closer than I thought I was going to be. Still bad, though. Is there anybody in the chat who has all 5 of those? If so, lucky. Let me take this back off. We'll go back to the Quake. Put the form back in there. On YouTube and Facebook. Go get your pre-orders in. Wrong, huh? Go fill out that form for a chance to win this special blend Quake, Granite Quake, 2020 Ledgestone Edition. By the way, in case you missed it, or in case you haven't thrown one of these yet, the Granite Quakes, pretty similar to the D-line Quakes, are so straight and true. Reminds me a lot of the flight of an Aftershock, which is amazing because I love how the Quake feels. So you get that pretty reliably straight with a small fade at the end flight. You can shape these. I mean, Barrett can do whatever he wants to these. With my arm speed, I can shape them to the right. You know, they're not flippy for me like they are for somebody with a crusher arm. I'm 1 away from collecting all of them except 6, 7, and 8. Wait a second. Do you know something I don't know, Bobby? Have you been to our marketing meetings? Did you hit one of those that I missed? I don't know if Trevor's still in the chat. Good luck tomorrow. The rest of this weekend. Team DGA. We got some folks out there in force. We got Noah, Matt, Trevor, and Shasta. I think Shasta and Matt were actually on the same card this morning, which is fun. And I haven't looked to see who they'll be playing with tomorrow, but I saw Trevor was a few 3 or 4 under coming down the home stretch. So definitely sending positive vibes, thinking happy thoughts for you guys, thinking windless, good tree kicks, good reactions on the baskets. You have a 7 at home. What is going on? I thought we've only made 5. Caesar. Are you guys talking about like the night flyers, like the Frisbee line? Or the midnight flyers? Hey, thanks, Juju. I missed that. I appreciate it. Ah, okay. Okay. A Mach 7. There you go. Okay. All right. Oh, putting. Wait. Wait. Oh, look, Ian's here from Facebook. So really, Facebook, we just streamed to Facebook to just kind of get a couple people. Facebook is like us scalping tickets outside of a football game or something like, hey, buddy, you want to get in on a live stream? Come here. It's over on YouTube. Go check it out. This is what I need. I need any of you who have a mock shift, hit me up. What I'm looking for is a few people who would participate in a putting boot camp test, because we've got some we've got a program that I've been working on for a month and practicing with Barrett, and I need a few beta testers. So I need, if I could get a few people that had a mock shift basket, and even a couple people who didn't have a mock, you know, even if you don't have a mock shift and still want to be part of the, because you could test out the actual routine, hit me up, because I think that I'm going to be starting that the beginning of next month. So we got a couple weeks. I'll be talking about this more, but just putting that bug in your ear. If you have a mock shift especially, please hit me up on Facebook, wherever. You can send an email to tyler@discgolf.com. But even if you don't have a mock shift and you can commit, so that the program as it sits right now is going to be 20 sessions, 30-minute sessions. So it's a month long, and it's every weekday for 30 minutes. I should say for 30 minutes at the most. If you make it through all the stations, I've done it in as little as 15 minutes. I know Matt Pat from DGA, the DGA offices, Matthew Patterson, he's done it in 4 minutes a couple times. So if you putt really badly, the most you're out there is 30 minutes. You don't need a mock shift necessarily, Ian, but you do need a basket. If somebody has a basket, send me an email. Just say, hey, hit me up. Probably what I'm going to do is start a Facebook group. No, I'm just going to start a message. I'm going to start a Facebook chat. So we will need to be friends on Facebook. Good luck. You know, that's an exclusive honor only allotted to anyone who asks. Oh, hey, there we go. Somebody's in. Thank you for that. I'll go through all those later, put them in a list, and then maybe start a group message. So yeah, beta testers. If I could get like 10 people for the beta trial, which starts the beginning of next month, I think that would be a really healthy number to just kind of do one boot camp, see how it goes, make some tweaks, and then kind of launch it to the public. Yeah, you can just modify your other basket. I've done it. It's possible. You know what? It's the telescoping back up that's the hard part, because then you got to re-weld back in that middle section. That was actually part of my original plan with that video, is to not only cut the segment out of the other basket and weld it together short, but then cut that weld and bring it back up and weld it together long, so you could see it, like you could pretend it was telescoping. But I also wanted that part to hit really, really fast, so it ended up getting scrapped. And just so you know, we had an extra pole for that basket. I had a lot of people were like, "Ugh, I didn't like seeing that basket get destroyed." We did have an extra pole for that basket, and I even borrowed it from a friend, so I was able to put it all back together and return it good as new. Samuel, awesome. Okay, yep, great. Hit me up on Facebook. If we're not friends, send me a friend request. If we are, send me a message. Excuse me, send me a message saying something about the mock shift or putting boot camp. I've been doing it now for about a month. Just so you guys know, I do feel a lot. I've been doing the real program for about 2 weeks, but I've been messing with this idea for about a month. I'm getting really, really excited about it. And we're about ready to release it to the public. In fact, in 45 minutes, Mr. Barrett is going to be over here, and we are going to surprise him with a mock shift basket. I'm excited about that. Get his reaction on video, and then invite him to participate in this boot camp as well, because heaven knows the guy needs a putting boot camp. I mean, I need it too. I've been only moderately successful so far, which I'm pretty excited about. Okay, that's all I need on the boot camp right now. Yeah, my email is tyler@discgolf.com. That's TIGH, just kidding, TYLER@discgolf.com. Send me something that just says putting boot camp, more, I'm in, or send me more info. And I'll probably make a video with Barrett this afternoon and do a slightly more formal invitation to the putting boot camp beta test. And then at the end, my goal is to do one boot camp all of next month. So weekdays all of next month, so roughly 20 sessions with a beta testing group, and then get feedback from all you guys on, did it help? What did it help? How could it be improved? And tweak it, and then kind of release it to the general public. Hey, Ian, nice, I'm here. Thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, yeah, thank you for that. It's going to be fun. It's also like super terrible, just so you know. It's like Putt in Place. That was a fun, kind of lighthearted back. YouTube hid that. I'm going to show it. That's not quite it, but that email, they'd probably get to me. Like, they know. The internet knows who that is. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh, the actual challenge itself is, it's not as much of a grind as it was the first way I set it up, but it is like you either feel like $1,000,000 or you like hate the basket. It's probably a lot like exercise. I don't have a ton of experience in that particular arena, but from what I hear and from the memes I see, it's like, don't skip leg day. So let's do it. And go fill out this form to win the Special Blend Quake. I might pick a winner and just make a post in DGA all day about who won that. I might come back Monday to say, hey, and announce the winner. I don't know. And I'd appreciate you guys not assuming I have a plan. Who's Barrett? Man. Okay. Have a good weekend. I think that's all from me. You guys have any questions? Awesome. Thank you. Chris. Oh, I was about to say, from your knee replacement. That seems very soon, Chris. Are you okay? Are you doing this with doctor's approval? Because didn't you just get that done like 2 weeks ago? Or was it a couple weeks ago you were talking about that it had already been done? a while back. I'm going to compose the music playlist for this boot camp, Tex. So search my name on Apple Music or Spotify. Okay, Sep has one small question, one quick question before we hang up. What's the meaning of life? Isn't that answered in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Okay, doing great. Doctors released me weeks ago. Nice. Sweet, that's awesome. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I've had 2 knee surgeries, but never a full. My dad had a full knee replacement. That sounds. But after the recovery, it also sounds like he's in a lot less pain and able to do more than he was beforehand. So I'm excited for you, Chris. I hope that's your situation as well. Hopefully you end up even more mobile than you were before. Tyler@discgolf.com. You got it, Samuel. That's it. Send me an email. You need to have a basket in your yard and a Facebook account, because my main plan right now is to just make a Facebook message group with all the participants in the beta testing trial. Nice. Okay, I just refreshed it. We've got 13 submissions for this Quake giveaway, which looks like almost everybody watching, so thank you very much. No, not yet, Ian. That's going to be in an upcoming video. Ben, I was about to sign off, but I'll stick around to hear what your weekend plans are. You doing any disc golfing? Sep, no, it's not gonna. It's gonna be later. It's gonna be worth it too. I've got a fun plan. I've got a fun plan planned, is what I almost said, and then I did say it. You know who my next guest is gonna be? Mr. Trevor Harble, the one and only. I was chatting with him the other day, and yeah, we just started talking about that. I need to get him a mic. I think he might be investing in a mic for his commentary and stuff like that for his videos, but as of right now, we're kind of trying to work that out. Oh, cool. Your wife has a Brooke, right? Is that her name? She's playing her first tournament since 2013. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Well, good luck, Brooke. No, Sep, no. And how dare you? Cool. I appreciate the people sending me messages and emails about the putting clinic. I think more the merrier. I've had in my mind get 5 or 6 people. If I had 10 people, I would think that's a pretty healthy number, but I don't see any reason why we couldn't have 20 people. And the more data points, the better, right? For testing something. That Rick Ackley guy was hilarious and is. I was watching he and Tina's video that they posted about the hot dog bandit. Boy, has that turned into a whole thing. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for watching. Thanks for filling out the form. Can't wait to go through there and read what some of your putting routines look like. All that data is interesting, but also valuable to me as I try and set up this this thing. And in general, just to let you guys know what it is, in general, like I kind of alluded to before, it's a putting routine, so a certain number of stations with rules about what you do. But it's geared to be done on a mock shift basket. So every day of the week, there's 5 sessions per week, and each session you're reconfiguring the chains on the mock shift to be slightly more difficult. So today's Friday, so I actually have my hardest day of the week. See you, Ian. And as of right now, it's kind of a pass-fail. Like, I'm collecting a lot of data during the whole session, but if you don't get it in 30 minutes, you time out, and it's like that, DNF for that day. So I wasn't able to complete yesterday, and that's only the second hardest position. So going into today, that's definitely shaking my confidence a little bit. Like, if I can't complete the second to most difficult one, how am I going to do this one? But we'll see. You never know until you try. Yes, can't wait to hang out at DDO for sure. We are going to have, if the coronavirus and the creeks don't rise, we are going to have a fun time with the entire DGA. Well, most of the DGA team. I believe I have heard that Shasta, Matt, Noah, and Trevor, and Ben are going to be there. So hopefully me and Barrett can get up there and make some fun DGA content. I'm excited about that. I could mail you a mock shift for free if you will pay shipping and handling, which right now is running about $175. Sep, you should get one. I can't remember what we've talked about, but I think you already have a basket. But this is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun. If everything goes well, we're able to test it with a beta group next month, launch it to the public shortly after that. I'm hoping to do a few boot camps per year, or maybe even one a quarter. Like, hey, we're starting the fall putting boot camp. On this day, it's gonna run for 30 days. Sign up here. That kind of stuff. That's my hope, but obviously I'm trying it out for myself right now, just trying to establish, does it work? And I believe it does. I'm confident enough that it does at this point that I'm ready to move to phase 2, which is bringing in more people. Interesting. It seems steep for shipping. Well, pandemic, prices are all over the place. Don't bother getting a second quote on those, by the way. Just trust me. You have a marksman at black hole. Well, Sep, you would be a good candidate for somebody who didn't have a mock shift to still participate in the beta trial if you're interested, because with those you actually could kind of simulate better than somebody who just had a standard basket some of the things we'll be doing. Okay, third time and final time. I'm going to sign off. I've got to get some camera stuff ready before Mr. Barrett gets over here. And good to talk to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for filling out the form. I'll let you know soon who's won this beautiful special blend Quake. There's one last look at it. One of you will be seeing it in the future. Most of you will not. And with that, signing off. Have a good weekend, everybody. And as I like to say, please try and throw some DGA discs.